Carbohydrates are one of the main micronutrients that provide energy to our bodies. They are found in the food like bread, fruits and vegetables. In this video, we will take a closer look at how carbohydrates are metabolized in the body to produce energy. Carbohydrates metabolism involves a series of complex biochemical reactions that occur in the different parts of the body, including the liver, muscle and pancreas. The process can be divided into two main stages: digestion and cellular respiration. When one eats carbohydrate, our bodies break them down into glucose molecule. Glucose is a simple sugar that can be easily absorbed by the bloodstream. Actually, the digestion begins in the mouth itself with the enzyme salivary amylase, which breaks down the complex carbohydrate into smaller molecules. Salivary gland secretes saliva. Saliva contains alpha amylase, water and glycoprotein as a food lubricant, and its pH is approximately between 6 to 7. Alpha amylase hydrolyzes starch to dextrin and isomaltose, and its action is very short. These enzymes mix with food, breaks the starches and are swallowed along with the food. But as soon as it reaches the stomach, it becomes inactive because the pH of the stomach juices are 1 to 2, which is very acidic for alpha amylase. Once the food leaves the stomach, it enters into the duodenum, that is the first part of the small intestine. And the small intestine is a major site of digestion of carbohydrate. Pancreatic amylase, which is secreted by the pancreas, releases into the duodenum and it hydrolyzes dextrin into maltose. The optimum pH of amylase is 7.1. In the small intestine, these disaccharides are hydrolyzed with the help of different enzymes in the intestinal mucosal cell membrane. Maltose hydrolyzes into 2 glucose molecules with the help of enzyme maltase. Sucrose hydrolyzes into glucose and fructose with the help of enzyme sucrase. And the lactose hydrolyzes into glucose and galactose by the enzyme lactase. Once all these carbs are converted into the monosaccharide, these are transported from the lumen of intestine into the villi of epithelium cell of the intestine. Here, glucose and galactose are transported by the active transport. Active transport means the process of moving molecules across the cellular membrane by using some energy, while fructose is transported by the facilitated diffusion from epithelial cell into the bloodstream. Facilitated diffusion is a type of passive transport where the passive movement of molecules along the concentration gradient from higher to lower direction. Once all the molecules enter into the blood circulation, it goes to the liver by portal circulation. In the liver, glucose undergoes variety of chemical changes depending upon the physiological need of the body. For example, for energy, glucose oxidizes completely to carbon dioxide, water that is H2O, and energy by process glycolysis and citric acid cycle that is Krebs cycle. In the normal state, excess glucose may be converted to glycogen and deposited in the liver and muscle tissue for the future uses by the process glycogenesis. In the obesity state, the extra glucose is converted to triglyceride that is fatty acid via lipogenesis and is stored in the lipid droplet of adipose tissue. This is very useful to provide energy in case of fasting or the starvation condition, because there is some limited scope of glycogen storage in the muscle, but in the liver as such there is no limit, and liver glycogen is reconverted to glucose by glycogenolysis and enter into the bloodstream to maintain the blood glucose level to provide the continuous energy. But if there is an excess energy intake, then it's called lipotoxicity state. Lipotoxicity is a common syndrome in which unoxidized long-chain triglycerides are stored in the body's adipose tissue. Under lipotoxic condition, this fatty acid chain are stored as a lipid cell or fat in the areas of the body that are not designed to carry such an abundant amount of excess fat. This is called pathogenesis of metabolic dysregulation in insulin resistance, metabolic syndrome and type 2 diabetes. We will see and understand all these in detail in the upcoming videos of cellular respiration. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you are enjoying learning. See you very soon in my next video, that is cellular respiration, which is the second part of metabolism of carbohydrate.